Hey guys, welcome to VA Friyay. We're going to be talking about the VA custom construction loan and what it all entails, what it means, all the things that you can do with it, and some aids that I'm going to send out to some people. So before we get right into it, do a quick dad joke for you. What did the executioner say to his boss when he was running late? Executioner said, "I'll be heading there soon." Be heading. Get it? All right, getting right into it. So the VA custom construction loan, just so you guys know, is a very, very new program. It started off actually becoming a thing like the summer before COVID. When COVID hit, it got shut down for about a year and a half, and then just came back probably June of last year. So what is it? It's still like a VA loan, no down payment, makes it really great. But the other additional thing that makes it really great is that there's no monthly payments until the house is done. So that makes it really easy on the borrower when they're trying to build this house. Now, this is a land and home package. So at most, you can include the cost of buying the land. And once the home closes on the land, everything's ready to go, then it starts funding for the build. So that what makes it really nice. There's a lot of options in regard to what you can do. You can build single family homes, barnominiums, you can build a multi-family home, duplex, triplex, fourplex, things like that. You can even use it to place a manufactured home on the property as well. So if you already own the land or you're going to buy the land separately, it can include paying off the loan on the land. Paying off the loan on the land. So there's a lot of options in regards to what you can do with the land and home package with the VA custom construction loan. Now, when a lot of clients are thinking about this, a lot of them confuse this process with new construction. New construction is completely different compared to custom construction. A lot of them think, oh, you just choose the plan and it just happens, right? A lot of them don't realize, a lot of clients don't realize that you have to be involved with every single decision-making process. The best way I describe it is new construction is a lot like pre-ordering a video game. So that means pretty much everything's done, and you may pick some cosmetic things and make some upgrades, but you're not involved with every single decision-making process. With custom construction, you're designing the entire video game from start to finish. And this could take up to 12 months. And if it goes past 12 months, there's some extra fees. So there are some ups and downs, and we really got to prepare clients in regards to what they're trying to do when it comes to custom construction, because a lot of them just don't know, and that's okay. And that's our job, to educate them as much as we can. So if you're on my email list, I'll be sending out a kind of a marketing package and explaining the VA one-time close program. It's called the one-time close, because how the program works is you get under contract with a piece of land that can be built on. In the process of the closing process, they're going to work on testing, permits, feasibility studies, basically get to the point where the house is basically ready to be built on. There's going to be a future appraised value based on the building plans and everything that's going on. And then once that's all good, the land closes and the funding starts to build. So that's kind of what goes into it. Now, one of the things I do want to bring up is that, yes, the client doesn't pay anything monthly. And typically on a construction loan, you're paying like an interest-only payment. Well, that interest-only payment, it's not like it's gone. It's actually paid for by the builder. How that typically works is that the builder will just make that as a line item that they'll just add to the loan. So there's going to be an additional soft cost to it, but for the most part, the key thing is no down payment and no payments during the build. So it's overall a pretty good deal. Now, the tough thing is that on the West Coast, I have a buddy, my buddy Tony Dayton. He does a lot of these, and one of the things that he's been telling me about is that Washington State or anywhere on the West Coast is extremely difficult to build in because of how much it costs to start the build, all the paperwork. So some of the clients that he's been working with, they're having a low appraisal issue because the cost of permitting and admin fees. And the more I hear about it, I talk to other builders. Any home, it takes about it could take between $70,000 to $100,000 to just start the paperwork to build the house. So that impacts the value of the house because that goes on top of the loan. And then usually what now they're seeing is low appraisals. And that's because of how much how hard it is to build here in states that aren't flat. Now, states in like the Midwest, the East Coast, the South, a lot easier. A lot of the clients that are doing this one-time close program in those states are having a lot better success. So that's kind of the downside of where you want to build this home, because it all depends on how much it costs. So my recommendation for a lot of clients is that I wouldn't do this if they're active duty, or wouldn't do this if it's their first time home buying, because there's just a lot going on. And then the other piece of it is, if they can buy the land and slowly work on getting it built and ready, because if they buy the land, they're not on the timeline of the seller. They can purchase land and slowly take their time to develop the land. And then when they're ready to actually build on it, then they can take out the VA custom construction loan. If they have a loan on the land, it'll go out to pay off the land loan. That land will actually be part of the equity of the home itself. And the loan, once it's closed, or once the house is done, it gets modified into the loan itself. So how the modification works is that the amount that's not needed will just come off the loan amount. It'll get reduced down, and then you can actually move forward, and then do your mortgage payment on the house you just moved in on. So a lot of great options when it comes to this, but it really depends on how you use it and where you use it. Location. So if you're on my email list, I'm going to send out a marketing package that really goes into a lot of details. It's like 16 pages long, but it is a PDF, so you'll see attached. If you're on the email list, you'll get it, and hopefully that's useful for you guys as you guys go out and talk to other clients who are interested in potentially in this program. And what ends up happening is that when we pre-approve VA clients for the custom construction loan, we pre-approve them for buying a house as well, so that way they have both options. Anyway, that's all I got. Hopefully this was helpful. Look out.